Hey, you guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki, and today I'm bringing opportunities for advertisement on my channel. If anyone email us at naughtylove2020@gmail.com. Our prices are affordable and reasonable, and please reach out to us. We can start our videos with any commercials that you would like us to hearing from you. I'm out. One. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Naughty Crew. Welcome back to my channel. It's your host, Naughty. Bring you the latest and trending topics, and I vlog my life. Hope everybody's having a wonderful start to their morning. I'm still tired. I'm still tired, but I'm still here to bring y'all the news, the trending topics, okay? Before we get started, please make sure you are liking this video. Share if you care, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, okay? We're growing every day over here. I think over the weekend we hit 2,700 subscribers, so shout out to all my new subs and my subs to come. We at 2,703. I appreciate every last one of you supporting me consistently, joining me at all type of crazy times and things like that, and just being patient with me, through equipment issues. I'm still learning every day. So shout out to my subs, shout out to my moderators, and I love y'all. Couldn't do this without the subscribers, the moderators. I couldn't do it. All right. Please also make sure you follow me on all my different social media platforms. I'm on everything: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, you name it, I'm on it. And yesterday I went to the hip hop festival downtown, and it was some great artists. See, Jersey got a lot of jewels. Everybody think it's all New York, Jersey. We got some talent in Jersey, okay? All right, so go check out my Instagram. I posted a couple of the performances, but it was a really, really, really good time. And blessed all weekend. The House Music Festival was epic. And I think KRS-One is going to be downtown this week, so I'm gonna try to get down there to go see him. He was performing at NJ Pack. That's one of the things I love about the summers in New Jersey. Like all the festivals, they be lit. 24 hours of peace is coming up, so I'm gonna take y'all down here. So yeah, I'll be outside, okay, having a good old time. All right. So today's show, we're gonna get into a girl. Looks like she was blicky, and I want to send her well wishes and things like that. But there's allegations saying that her husband may have did it. We're gonna get into that, and also, her husband kind of pimping her out. Like, we got to do better. We got to do better. And all of this comes out of like that whole Zeus Network culture. They just elevate these toxic relationships and things like that. Um, then there was the Baddies Midwest audition show. Okay, I just talked about how Zeus and Tronics are a trafficking ring. Okay, but people still they don't care. They want to be famous so bad. They still flock to madness. And who's the ringleader? The Ghislaine Maxwell, Natalie Nunn, and she don't care. She don't care. Only thing she doing is get her bag, and she gonna keep it moving. She don't care about anyone. So we'll touch on that a little bit. I want to do some updates on the political realm with Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, and if we have time, we'll get into so much more. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this intro and give people a chance to load up in the room. Thumbs up the video. It's the free way to support the channel. Thank you. Good morning, Couture Bay. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Shay. I love y'all. All my queens are here. I hope y'all all are having a beautiful start to your day. Hey, Jarrell. Grand Rising. I know I'm trying to get in the habit of saying Grand Rising because I heard that good morning is attached to slavery. I need to do my roots over, y'all. Gotta make time. Gotta make time. It's not enough hours in the day. All right. So let's get the bad news over with early so we can end up at an intelligent place by the end of this live. Okay. I know I heard from Couture Bay that her husband be pimping her out. Hey, feminine melanin, thank you. Yes. Yeah, we want to talk about the distractions first, and then I'm gonna bring y'all back in, okay? Oh God. I'm just here to bring y'all the information. Do as you may with it. And just so y'all know, I'm not a Zeus subscriber. I was good after the first flop season of Baddies. All right. So let me give y'all a trigger warning. Yes, he's a pimp. I'm gonna get into that Couture Bay. All right. So Stunna Girl, for those of you who don't know, she's best known. She's a rap artist. She also was on Baddies. I don't know, East, West. I don't know. And she ended up leaving Zeus. And then she exposed everything that goes on behind the scenes there, and how the girls have to sleep with like Lemon Pepper Stepper and security to get roles, and she was so called not down. All right. So she is the whistleblower. She was one of the first girls that came out and exposed it. All right. And here recently she exposed Ray J and said like he's just as bad as Lemon Pepper Stepper. All right. And also alluded to like knowing something about the connection between Ray J and Wendy Williams. And when somebody just constantly running their mouth like that, it just always makes me go, Why you exposing so much? But here recently, now her and her pimp allegedly, everything that we talk about here and use is for educational purposes. It falls under fair use. Fair use, okay? Somebody got time. So where my little thing at? Did I take it out? There we go. All right. Everything falls under copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1996. Okay. This is for fair use purposes such as criticism, commenting, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, research. All right. Y'all get the point. Y'all get the point. All right. All right. So Stunna Girl been a whistle blowing everywhere. Okay. So they are alleging that this situation that I'm about to show you possibly could have been her husband that's doing that to her. And we're going. It's a lot. It's a lot. Oh yeah, Diddy hands all in. Right, because baby, she calling out everybody but that dusty man of hers. Another toxic situation. Okay, and she's leaky last night. Okay, here we go. Yes, I've been knew Diddy hands was into. All right, so she posted this to her story. Music. This her stories. That's her prescription that she said it hit above my breast. I guess she's talking about people saying her husband did it. So I'll get well soon, sister. At the girl, wretches. To everyone who's reached or reaching out, my family, friends, homies, supporters, etc. I knew I was loved, but this showed me just how much everybody slide and go and paint this motherfucking red about me. Whatever that means. So then someone else posted prayers for my dog, son, and girl. You a real trench baby. This is nothing. Recovery, mom. This is her promoting. And y'all know what Red Run stands for when it's spelled right. Then she also posted um, for Red Run TV. My show is still finna drop. I'm not letting nothing stop me. I won't let nothing bring me down. That's what people want. It's everyone, okay? And so she's encouraging everyone to download her app. Now, I have a couple of theories when it comes to this. All right. Not only husband possibly being um, the perpetrator in her past, been running her mouth. And I'm sure she's created enemies. And the last person she ran her mouth about was she was going to sign on with trying, then that went awry. Okay? And now she started her own network, what makes her direct competition. My mix is choppy. I don't know what to do about this choppiness. Do I still sound choppy? And I've just been noticing a lot of content creators complaining about StreamYard. I think I'm gonna look. I definitely think I'm gonna start looking for a streaming network because I'm not gonna keep like I already got like the highest speed on my internet and things like that. I have good equipment. Am I still breaking up? I'm waiting for someone to respond. All right, I'm gonna just go on. Hopefully, it'll clear itself up. Okay, not as bad. All right. All right, so Stunna Girl, that's what she posted to her story. Unfortunately, she was a victim of a crime. Now, where it came from, I don't know. All right. But there's some allegations out here. Shout out to Tasha K. This one girl came out and said like she's concerned about Stunna Girl and her situation with her husband. But you know Tasha K always get the deep shit.
I want to first start off by saying, y'all, Stunner Girl is my girl, y'all. I can't even lie. But I will not be surprised if it come out that her husband has shot her because I just don't like. I just be seeing little signs and little shit that she be posting. Y'all remember that one time she was on live and he like slapped her or whatever, and then it was just like I remember one time she had posted on her story and she was like, she done with him or something. She was like, he insecure. She can't even do nothing without him thinking that she doing something or trying to fuck with everybody or some shit. And then it was just like yesterday, I think it was last night, she had posted, she was like, finally free or whatever. And I'm like, free of what, son of a girl? And then the next thing she posts is that she done got shot. And then y'all already know how son of a girl is. She be popping it. So I feel like if it was just like a little op that shot her or something, she would have been like, yeah, you bitch, you know, just popping it on. I want to first start off by saying, y'all, Stunner Girl is my girl, y'all. I can't even lie. But I would not be surprised if it come out that her husband has shot her because
So this is what this woman believes. This is what she has basically encountered, like just by watching her and being a fan. All right, the tour base said he is a criminal. Women's mindsets need to change. I'm telling you, like all that taking care of a man and uplifting a man, and he got a criminal record. Like, it's nothing wrong with going with the nerds. That's how I used to tell my daughter. Go for the nerds. They end up billionaires. Don't worry about the looks. They'll have enough money to fix whatever they want. But yeah, I believe you. All right. On the tail end of that, I started to do a little digging, like, cause Couture Bay had mentioned that he's her pimp, and and I'm seeing little things where it's like, you know, he basically like passing her around and pimping her out. Crazy. And then I'm like, why else would they want to be a part of networks like Zeus and Tron? Okay. So Reddit had an article, and shout out to them. It says, "How did Stunner Girl and her husband escape the Zeus network, SEX trafficking, and pimp allocation?" And so they posted like she was also involved in exposing him in the first place, but she's no innocent party. Remember how close they were, Stunner and Lemon Pepper Stepper? Used to be before things went left because she wasn't getting paid enough. Her husband was with her the whole time during Baddies West. Around the same time Baddies West was Stunner Girl had a backup page with about 100K called Stunner Girls. Now girly girl company, where she would openly post about to recruiting 304, excuse me. Natalie and Stunna still follow each other, by the way, and seems to still talk. I mean, she doesn't even hide it in her music. Her husband was even exposed for having a tab for an escort website open on an Instagram post before. So this is a post, okay? And you know what they say about Natalie. She be recruiting them girls and taking them over to Dubai and things like that. All right. And then I started to hear how like Stunna Girl really, really talks. And she talk like she a bottom chick. I'm using that lightly. She talked like she a bottom hoe. You know how Carisha was on Jason Lee? Like, I'm a hoe. That's a Stunna Girl talk like she a whore. And like she got a pimp. All right, so here is the post. This is Stunna Girlies, Bay Area, California, looking for more Stunna Girlies. Where the real Bay 304 is at, looking for serious girlies, not curious. 24 hours. Here's another one. She posted 304s only, not you fake trap bitch. The real kind. One more spot open. Tap in. Trap queens only. So then she posted she a real stepper. Watch how she boss up on you hoes. This looks like they advertising. All right. Trapper World. And this is her husband. Trapper World underscore Moolah 53. Stunna Girl's husband caught on an escort site. Biggie called out by brand after. All right. So why would he be on the site? He's married, this and that. Only for recruitment. Private delight. Okay. And this is her husband. Stunna Girl husband called on an escort site. Biggie called out by brand after. This is just crazy. And then I started getting into the comments. Let me see. Make sure my sound good. The comments was crazy. So apparently Natalie knows about Stunna and what she does. During one of the auditions, Natalie told Tommy that she liked her and say wow on camera. Stunna probably wasn't involved with Lemmy because she had her own business and her husband's protection. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Like, why are you so quick to call them out? This person says the same way Natalie escapes her sex trafficking pimp allegations. This person says, "Yup, it's all swept under the rug because she making money. When they don't have no more use for her, they will discard her and humiliate her." All right, this girl said she's rapped about pimping girls before. If any of you listen to her music, her freestyle, Sweet alludes to it about how she has girls bareback out here. I have to say, I F with her music, but I don't F with everything that she's guilty of doing at all, even among 304s. Bareback and unsafe STX practice is a effing no-go. They're supposed to be actually the safest one to meet. Nothing done without a condom. Frequently. So for her and her husband to run their business like that is effed up. She's not even one of the safer managers for the girls to do. And you think she would be considering she is creepy. This person said, I also find it weird that as soon as she's not paid enough, she decides to expose. Yes, exactly. Exactly my point. Exactly my point. You know, I wish her well wishes, but she living a fast lifestyle. Period. She living a fast lifestyle, and I think Stunna Girl is caught up. She caught up, and I think like the network and everything, she's following the same formula as Lemon Pepper Stepper and Ray. Jay, okay? All right? So don't complain or whatever. Notice she only get upset when it comes to money. That's like whole behavior. Whole behavior. But meantime, knowing all these allegations that are out there, people are still flocking to the Baddies and Zeus Network. These girls are thirsty. I look at them auditions like, you got to be kidding me. But the ratchet girls want to get on. Look at this. Oh, they got a story time already. Let's see what's going on. See?
It's gonna be a rush. I knew it was gonna be a crowd. I knew it was gonna be crazy. I wanted to be number one, Natalie.
Okay, period.
So despite all the allegations that's out there, people are flocking to Zeus Network still. The ratchetest of the ratchetest of the ratchetest. Low vibrational. I think Great T said it best. Like anybody that impregnates these women, you just as you're low hanging fruit just like them. So despite all the allegations out there, look at how many people still line up for Baddies. People so thirsty to get on. Let me see. Who's this? Let me give them a shout out. Shout out to Cloud Chasers, Raw Uncut. And so it was a hot mess. It was a show, of course. But this is what Stunna Girl and the So Natalie, this is something new for her. She created another show called Baddies Gone Wild. And they just keep letting Natalie exploit them. All for, because if anything, they're going to garner attention on social media. So yeah, that's the Baddies West audition. Let me see what the story time is. I'm sure it was ish show. Okay.
I just see so many people talk about these Detroit auditions that just happened for the new Baddies show or whatever. And y'all, I gotta give y'all some tea because I was on the Facebook Live. You know, them Facebook hoes don't play about that tea, bitch. They gonna get it for sure. So I was on this one girl live. She was live on Facebook, and she was pretty much already inside. No, at first I was on a girl live that was on TikTok. It had just came on my For You page, and she was outside in the line, and like, but she was in the front where everybody was like entering. So Mariah got something thrown on her from somebody in the crowd. Like that was the only person that got tried, but everybody else that came, they loved them. Woo, woo, woo. So I ended up stumbling on Facebook. I ended up being on this one girl live, and she was inside the building where, like, you know, they had like she said they had a little food and drink, but she said she wanted to wait till she got home to eat because it was too many hoes over there, and I don't blame her because they was fighting back the fucking back. So as the girl is on live, she, you know, she turned the camera around, showing the whole place. They packed in the motherfucking that bitch like fucking bulls, bitch. Like back to back, just hoes, bitch. Big booty hoes, naked hoes, titties out, just a whole bunch of whole shit. And I know it's stunk in there because everybody was like, oh, it smell like badoo. You know, but like, I'm sure them hoes is hot, sweaty, and fighting and got no clothes on. Even if they did have clothes, child, I know it's thing. I know. So I was over there cracking up about that. So as she turned the camera around, she just skimming the room and shit. everybody on the live start to peep like it's a girl in front of her standing up with a pad coming out of her ass. And she's standing up just holding one of her ass cheeks. Like, girl, we see it. Sit your nasty ass down. Sit your big nasty ass down somewhere for real. So that just showed me right there. I know it stunk like a bitch up in there. I just couldn't do no auditions. Like, I don't know why y'all do that. And then it's like a whole bunch of people that came on here and did reviews. I be sitting on my For You page. They like, oh, this happened. They don't care about us. You see how they treat the cast members? They don't even feed the cast members. I seen on the T pages that they was on the comments talking about some, oh yeah, they don't feed us. We was hungry as fuck. Oh hell no, but you gotta feed me. Well, look, one thing about it, two things for sure. I'ma eat, okay? Huh? What? Okay.
But yet y'all keep flocking to them. And like, this is not the first time we heard this story that they don't feed cast members. It's just some low budget production, but yet everybody flocks to them. So I don't want to hear y'all complaining because these stories have been out here and y'all just doing it for clout and to have something to talk about. I need to move on to other positive things. Okay. So shout out to the whole culture. Stunna girl, I hope you get better. And I hope you get strong enough where you can stop letting your man pimp you and slap you around. Like, it's not cute, sis. It is not cute. It's not cute at all. The whole baddies culture, it's not cute. It's nothing cute about it. And that's, you're going to be exploited and pimped out. And as soon as you're not willing to put out, you are out. They stop paying you, period. The stories is out here. So on a more positive note, now that we burnt up some brain cells, because that's time we'll never be able to get back, dealing with Natalie Nunn's nonsense, okay? I want to get into the Win with Black Women. They had a call last night, called One Voice, One Fight. And I just want to share a bit with you guys because it was 3 hours long. I'll leave the link if anyone wants to watch the full thing, all right? Because I need to hear some intelligent conversation at this point without all the whoop, the whoop, the whoop, the whoop, the whoop. This is Jotaka Iadi.
To the narrative of who would become the next vice president of the United States. And for then, that night when we gathered, which was August 2nd, 2020, we stayed up very late that night and wrote a letter. And about 48 hours later, there were about 4,000 Black women leaders who had signed on to this letter speaking out against the racism and the sexism that we saw in the narrative. We would continue our work together in partnership with Black women-led organizations and Black women who had set the path for many, many years before, and calling for a Black woman to be at the top of the ticket. And then we found out that would be, the nominee would be now Vice President Kamala Harris. And we coalesced around that work, and we were so honored to see her elected as the first Black woman Vice President of the United States. We would continue our work together, and we would do great, masterful work together. Everything from our work supporting the WNBA Players Association and sister leaders like Dawn Staley to help advocate to bring home our sister Brittany Griner. We also did work together to lift up our sisters in the entertainment industry, because we know that celebrating stories that center us and that are written by us is so very important. And we've also done the work to make sure that we elect Black women up and down the ticket. We've done a lot of great things together, a lot of firsts and a lot of historic moments, but nothing like the moment that we are in now. And we're so elated to invite you to and join in together the Win with Black Women One Voice, One Fight campaign, which is centered around our collective energy and our collective unity in electing Vice President Kamala Harris to be the next president of the United States. Not only do we want to make history, but actually we know that this is the right thing for our country. It's important for us to continue to move our country in the right direction, and that is what we are going to do. So tonight, you're going to hear lots of updates, but yes, we're going to feel good, and we're going to talk about how we're feeling. We got some special guests for us tonight as well. But we also got to get to work. So we're going to hear about our plan. Yes, we have to lift up the message. We have to make sure that we are organizing and that we are telling the story and replicating it everywhere that we can. And we know that we will do this together. Now, if you've ever been on a Win with Black Women call, you know the rules and how we operate. Number one, this call is off the record. Wink, wink. We know a lot of you are out there, but we do ask that we keep this sacred space. Most importantly, we open in the spirit and we close in the spirit. And that has been so important to this sacred circle that we have created for the last 4 years. So with that, I am honored to open the Win with Black Women virtual stage over to Dr. Tony Lewis to open us in the spirit.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are, sisters. Oh, I see the love and I feel it. And thank you, Joteka. Thank you, Joteka, for being and creating and giving rise to this space 4 years ago and keeping it going. We are appreciative. And so one of my favorite things has been the spiritual opening and closing. And I don't know about y'all, but these last couple of weeks have been a little bit of whiplash, you know? Whether it's the joy of the announcement we got like 7 days ago today, can you believe it's only been 7 days? You know, or the rage that we feel with the murder of our sister Sonia Massey, and all the things in between. We're grieving, we're healing, we're moving, we're shaking, we're loving, we're learning, we're growing. And so with that, the grounding for our task and our love tonight becomes really.
I love this. Thank you for joining Be More Shorty. I love this. And this is what empowering women is all about. Not that baddie stuff or whatever. They attract a certain culture of women that do not value themselves, that grew up, they exploit the ghetto, basically. They exploit the ghetto. So I wanted to turn the show around after hearing, you know, what Baddies is all about. I've been exposing it the whole time. I've been saying Lemon Pepper Stepper is about to get Diddy. Hashtag no Diddy in the comments. But this is an example of how women can come together and be positive. All right. And this initiative, of course, is prompted by Kamala Harris becoming the Democratic candidate for the presidency. All right. Let's hear a little more.
Essential. And so with that, I think I'm gonna offer a couple of things in our short time together to get us ready for our conspiring. The first is, you know, to bring in the names of all of the women who have come before us and who are with us on this call or not on the call, to thank them and to thank all of us for being here together, to grow, to be, and to meet this moment. The second thing will be to breathe together for the transitions. And the third thing will be to offer kind of a final prayer, however you choose, in the chat, and then we'll all be in agreement. And so with the first thing, I'll introduce myself as the daughter of Alessandra Faye Johnson Lewis, who is living in Mound, Illinois. I'm the granddaughter of political beasts who are in heaven, Sarah Lewis and Luella Johnson. And I invite you to put the name in the chat of your ancestors, your people, your teachers, our young ancestor, I apologize, our young ancestor, Sheila Jackson Lee, speaking to us from the other side, and all of the others. We thank you, thank you, thank you, all of the ones who have laid the foundation for us. We thank you, we thank you, we thank you, and we are grateful for every single one. Just place them in the chat. And then a sister friend of mine had told me once that there are moments that put you at the edge of your spiritual practice. And we understand as you get deeper into this work, And as you get, your work expands, that, whatever it is you thought you needed to do on day one, you need to double and triple. And for me, that's breath and breathing and making sure I am okay. And so I think as we are in this space of transition, what did you say, Joteka? From 90 to thousands we are, and beyond and beyond and beyond. I want us to all breathe together as one voice, one fight, one breath. So if you could take a deep breath in and breathe out, and breathe in the love of the sisterhood, and breathe out what's concerning you. Let it go,
Let it
even if
go.
just for these moments together. And one last deep breath in, and breathe out. And just simple prayer in the tradition of my mama dem. Thank you. Help us. Thank you.
Thank you. And it's so important to breathe. Sisters, we know that this call and the calls ahead of us will largely focus on our one voice, one fight campaign. But in the spirit of Win with Black women, we always make sure that when we're together, that we're talking about issues that are important to Black women. And it is vital that we are always lifting up those issues, whether it is injustice or it is our joy. And we cannot go any further without talking about and saying the name of our sister, Sonia Massey. For those of you who may not be aware, this is a case of a sister who has been wrongfully, unjustifiably murdered. And it is always important for us not only to say our sister's name, but to make sure that we're fighting for them. Joining us on the Win with Black Women stage tonight to give us an update on this case, please welcome Sister Natalie Jackson and Sister Tamika Mallory.
Thank you, Joteka. And thank you, everyone. It's an honor to be on this panel with everyone. I want to give you an update. My name is Attorney Natalie Jackson. I am the co-director of litigation for Ben Crump Law. We are working on this case with the family. I will tell you, this is probably the most heinous video that I've ever seen. And I've done a lot of these cases from Mike Brown, Trayvon Martin, and each one of them deserve the recognition. But this one, with this sister and the precious and sweetness that she had, to be shot and killed like this was terrible. I want to give you an update of what we know about this officer. So Officer Sean Gracie, who shot and killed her, shot her in the face. He had been, in the last 4 years, he's worked for 6 different police departments. He had problems and was released from 2 of them. He was discharged from the Army for misconduct. He had a record of being a bully. He had a record of not making good decisions. Yet and still, the Sangamon Police Department decided to hire him. Not only that, he had a lot of medical problems that he was dealing with. He had cancer. The Sangamon Police Department not only hired him after all of.
Okay, a lot of this information we already discussed on the channel. I'm gonna move it along a little bit, and I put the link in the comments if anyone wants to watch the full live. Let's see.
For actually doing what the impossible and making it available for us to expand our Zoom while in meeting. And we had 44,000 on Zoom, but we also had another 50,000 in other spaces across the country. We had 30,000 in Clubhouse. We had another 20,000 on conference calls and thousands and thousands of others that gathered. And it was been an inspiring week. But what has been just super inspiring has been the fact that we've had so many of our friends and our allies to join. The next night, the brothers had a call. And the next day, the Latina sisters had a call. The LGBTQI community had a call. Our Black queer men had a call. And so many other calls. Our white women sisters had a call. Southeast Asian women had a call. Southeast Asian men had a call. Asian Americans have a call. We know First Ladies have a call coming up. I believe everybody had a call. I even heard that there was going to be some pets and parents for Kamala Harris having a call. But what we know, and I think the thing that is beautiful about this is that we have to do this united, because united is how we will win. And it's just been a really exciting moment. And we're also excited about the fact that on Monday, on tomorrow, that's
the key point. And that's what I love about this call, the fact that she called out all the organizations that came together to gather in support of Kamala Harris. And she's right. We have to do it united. This is part of doing the work, Naughty Crew, that we talked about on our panel yesterday. We have work to do. We have work to do. And we need to take our politics serious. This year is so important. You know, you have many, many seats in the House up for election. It's crucial that you get out.
Sure, I understand.
It's crucial. It's critical that you get out and vote. But this made me happy. The fact that everyone was able to, and it doesn't matter what your race is. It's about us being united as a country, as Americans.
Harris for President. Y'all, that sounds so good. The Harris for President campaign will have its first women's organizing coalition call. We're going to drop it in the chat for you to get the information, for you to register and to volunteer with the Harris for President for campaign. Many of you have emailed and you asked, how could I get involved directly with the campaign? Well, we're going to drop it in the chat and you're going to have it. And we encourage you all to join, and we're going to put the registration for you all to join the Harris for President Women's Coalition, first coalition and organizing meeting. And what we're so excited about, it is going to be all of the women coalitions that are joining, and we're super excited. But we're also very excited about something that we are doing. So in good organizing spirit, we have been in touch with all of the communities that have shared with us that they have been inspired by our night last Sunday. And all of the calls that happened this week, we have been talking to all of those leaders. We've been talking to our white women sisters, our Latina sisters, our disabled voters, brothers and sisters, our white brothers, our Black men, all of those communities. And we are working with those leaders to organize a very large United We Win call. And we are hoping that that call will be one of the largest calls of people from all over the world united around one goal, which is to make sure that we elect Vice President Kamala Harris as the next president of the United States. So 2 is coming, y'all. You're going to get the updates. And so we're so excited about that. Also, we're super excited to share with you just a quick recap. And I believe our good sister Holly Holiday, our Holly Weeks, is going to show a clip to give you a recap of the week that we just had.
I don't want no strike on Beyonce's internet. Okay, so this is a recap of the week they had. So it's really coming together. I put the link in the description box. Let me subscribe. I'll put it again. This is awesome. This is awesome. It's 3 hours long, so I cannot cover the whole thing. Yes, it is dope. It's 3 hours long. I'll put the link down there so everyone could go over and subscribe and support this initiative. People wanted to know what you could do to get involved.
Years, and you've always had my back. Whether I was United States Senator, Vice President, and now in this race to become President of the United States, including last week, when with very little notice, you were able to bring together 44,000 Black women and raise over $2 million for our campaign. So I just wanted to take a moment today to let you know how much I appreciate you. We are 100 days out from this election, and I sincerely thank you for all you have done and all that we will do together. I am deeply grateful. And I know many of the leaders on this call have been involved in these elections every 4 years, and almost every time we say this is the one, well, this here is the one. The most existential, consequential, and important election of our lifetime. And today we face a choice between two very different visions for the future of our nation. One that is actually focused on the future, other focused on the past. And we are fighting for the future. We see a future where every person has the opportunity not just to get by, but get ahead. A future where no child has to grow up in poverty, where every senior can retire with dignity, and where every person has the opportunity to own a home, start a business, and build intergenerational wealth. We see a future with affordable health care, affordable child care, and paid leave, not for some, but for all. And we believe in a future where we protect and safeguard our most fundamental freedoms and rights. And to continue to build that future, I need your help. November 5th is in 100 days, and we have work to do. We have voters to register, and we have an election to win. Our nation is counting on the leaders in this group to guide us forward. So let us continue to fight with our faith, optimism, and hope. And let's see it through. Because when we fight, we win. Thank you again for all that you are and all that you mean to me and so many.
Okay? So, as she said, we have work to do. The deadline to register to vote is October the 17th. All right, please go over and subscribe to this channel, Women. I want to say it right, so I'm sorry. Win with Black Women, okay? But it's not just about Black women. You heard her say they got with the white women coalition, they got with Asians, they got with the LGBT, then the men came together. All right, this is how we unify. This is how we become united. All right, because when we stand together, we make progress. We make things happen. But it's the old adage saying, united we stand, divided we fall. All right. So I encourage you guys to go over to subscribe to that channel. And it's working. Some poll numbers came out. Okay. Ron Lukowski posted this, and shout out to Joanne Reed. Okay. And she said, I'm sure you're watching Fox today as they review their latest polls. So looks like the 2024 favorable ratings came out, and Kamala is winning in Wisconsin, 49%, Pennsylvania, 49%, Minnesota, 51%, and then in Michigan, she has 57%. Here's Trump's number. I'm going to be fair, okay, for all the Trumpers. You know, as you can see, he's falling behind. Wisconsin, 47%, Pennsylvania is 46%. Minnesota is a nice gap, 43%. And then Michigan, about 47%. So he is losing favor. So these initiatives are working, Naughty Crew. We just have to keep up the work. We can't fall back. It's just when you fall back and think you good, that's when the enemy creeps in and takes over. And Joy Reed said, somebody bring the clean wet, we be flying. All right, this through these polls, vote. Register 3 people that aren't registered and take them to the polls with you. This election shouldn't even be close. I'm embarrassed that millions still are considering Donald. This person said it's a trick to keep us home. Vote, vote, vote. I'm here. Oops, sorry guys. This person, and this is what I'm concerned with, because this is how Hillary Clinton lost to Donald Trump. He said the Electoral College is the concern. Keep in mind, Hillary Clinton won the popular vote by 3 million votes, and then the Electoral College gave Donald Trump. Okay? So that this is what can happen. Right. At least we have 2 more interested in voting now. Oh, I'm going to get into Amanda Unsealed because she's getting on my last nerves. Like, shut up. Nobody asked you. You know, even in this climate of things, she feels so rejected by the industry and things like that, that she's saying the most outlandish things to disparage Kamala Harris. You're not helping. You're not helping. Let's see. Shout out to the neighborhood talk. She's talking about Kamala being disingenuous. Remember when, before she was actually elected as the Democratic candidate, she was out here saying, "Oh, does racism exist?" Like, she's saying anything for shock, and she's just as dumb as Trump. You ever heard that saying, "You so smart, you stupid"? Here we go. Shout out to the neighborhood.
Put in clips of Kamala Harris stating things. I don't need politicians to state things. I need politicians to do things. When I met with Kamala Harris after she summoned me, I said to her straight up, you talk out 2 sides of your neck and we don't know what you're talking about. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Kamala Harris who's trying to shut me the fuck up. Because I told her straight up that I feel like she is disingenuous in her messaging. And she said to me, well, you're being too critical. And I said, I am a voter. I'm supposed to be critical. That's my job. And I want to see actions. She said, well, how am I supposed to talk about racism in America without calling Americans racist? I said, well, first of all, there are many racist Americans, but there's also policy, legislation, institutions. They need to be addressed. And if you're not going to do that in an actualized way and in a loud, bold way, people will never really know where you're coming from. Well, you can't tell me how I feel. So I'm not telling you how you feel. I'm telling you how you sound. The truth is that you should always question your source and what are their intentions. And what you all need to know is that I don't need to do any of this. I don't need to talk about any of this. Put in clips of Kamala Harris stating
and this is why you get rejected everywhere. I mean, you make mention of this conversation. Where's the proof? Where's the other side? I don't like when people come out one-sided and the other party doesn't have a chance to respond. Like, I'm over Amanda Seales. I wish racism. I don't think so. This person says, I'm getting tired of her now. This person said, I don't think she really be about that life like she says. Whenever I try to like her, she shows up an hour later down to the internet giving you a reason to cancel her, period. This person, you should be old enough to have a rough idea. And that's what I think is ignorant about her whole comment. Because, like, how you going to put, just like they try to put everything on Obama's shoulder, everything on Biden's shoulders, they have a process. They have to go through the Senate. It's not like the president can just make a decision and it happens. No, they have people opposing them. Why don't people get this? And what tells, like, you do not understand how our government, that's what this tells me, man. What y'all saying in these comments? Sorry, guys, I'm logging into the plantation. Okay, feminine melanin says I definitely want to see action. Don't talk me to death, right? But this is what the politicians do, though. I mean, I don't know what country y'all live in. They make a whole bunch of empty promises, and they may deliver on maybe 25% of it. Come on, like, let's just be realistic. Because things have to pass through the Senate, and if the Senate doesn't let it go through, their idea or whatever they're trying to do is shut down. Look how long it took Biden to get loan forgiveness. That's because he had people in the way. Michelle GM says, I'm so sick of Amanda. Me too. But the neighborhood talk and everybody helps her to go viral with this idiotic message. Right. Couture Bay, what legislation did you push? That's right, Couture Bay. When did they have this conversation? She's always so combative. I haven't seen anything she's done. Yes, she is such a gaslighter. Right. Okay, Shapey. And you know what? You have every right to feel that way. She said, I gotta be honest, I'm not confident when it comes to Kamala and immigration. Understandable. Understandable. All right. And Couture Bay said, that's fine, Shapey. Vote against her. But who has the best policy? Michelle's GMC. And this is what I like. We may not always agree, but we can respectfully disagree and still support one another, encourage one another to still do the right thing and get out there and vote. That's what it comes to. Get out there. But your concerns, Shaby, your concerns are definitely valid. All right. Couture Bay says, I'm sick of people picking and choose. Get to work. That includes people who keep coming with counters. Seriously. Ooh, yes, feminine melanin. Thank you. Feminine melanin says you talking black to us, but you ain't standing black with us. She said no to us, but yes to the Asians. Okay. No to us, but yes to the illegals. Got you. Got you. And that's Melanin's point of discord. Why she's having a hard time accepting Kamala as a candidate. Were you in the chat yesterday? I wish she was on a panel yesterday, Feminine. Okay, you said everybody got something out the deal. We did not. Oh, Couture Bay County. She said no to us because we allowed her to. Okay. Very good points, ladies. Oh, yeah. You know what? We got 100 days to election. I'm going to have another panel because I just want to keep driving the point home, the importance of getting out to vote. And not just for the presidential election, but on all levels. Right. Right. Oh, God. Amanda, so get off my screen. Don't like it. Now, Joe Biden is pushing, shout out to News Nation now. He calls for Supreme Court reform, justice term limits. I think this is needed, not only with the Supreme Court, but in the Senate as well. So President Joe Biden is urging a number of changes to the Supreme Court, including term limits and binding code of conduct. Okay, and see, this person agrees with me. Put term limits on Congress first. How about Congress? Of course, he doesn't like it the way it is. I think it should be term limits everywhere. In Congress, on the Supreme Court, a whole lot needs to change with our political system, but it's not overnight. It's not. All right, but people are turning out for Kamala Harris. Shout out to It's On Site. This is the village turning out for Kamala Harris. And this is in Central Florida, so I was shocked. I usually is a Republican state, but they turned out for her. I love it. And you know what I think is going to be driven home? You know, when COVID hit, a lot of people lost a lot of loved ones. They missed out on a lot of like milestone moments with their families and things like that. I don't think people are going to forgive the Trumpers for that. Okay, shout out to everyone for that. Also, Melinda Gates endorsed Kamala Harris as president. For president, excuse me. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talk for that.
And a lot of women say that this election matters, in particular for
Speaking
women.
of transitions.
And
Yes.
we've got a Democratic candidate, presumptive at this point, who would be the first female president. Kamala Harris happens to be the very same age as you.
Yes.
Are you going to endorse Kamala Harris?
I have endorsed Kamala Harris just a couple of days ago because what she says to our country, she has believed in women's reproductive freedom from the beginning of her career, and that got rolled back under previous administrations. She knows what society is up against now. She's for paid family medical leave. She's for caregiving. Working Americans are struggling between their work and families and caring for an elderly person. She has always been outspoken on these topics, and I think she is a woman of our time.
And you've always been available to give with your time and your energy and also your money. Are you going to make contributions to her campaign?
I will make contributions to her campaign and actually already have. So I will continue to support her. I've never supported a candidate before, or I should say I've never endorsed a candidate. I'm a very independent voter. I will continue to vote, sometimes Democratic, sometimes Republican, but I think she is the right candidate right now.
You know, I value your perspective and your lens on the world. President Biden said that the soul of democracy is on the line. How do you feel about where we are headed with this upcoming election?
I think we are now, there's a lot more energy and hope around the country. I talk to a lot of 20 and 30 somethings because I have young adults,
Of
those
course.
ages. They are so excited finally about this election. And I think, and also what I think a candidate like she represents, to take my granddaughter who's 16 months old. She will grow up, if Kamala is the president, saying to herself, I can be at the highest position in the land. Look what that says to young women, just like look what it said to young black men when Barack Obama became president.
Yeah.
And a lot of women say that this election matters, in particular
Speaking
for women.
of transitions.
And we've got a Democratic candidate, presumptive at this point, who.
So I love what she said, how she's an independent voter. Sometimes she votes Democrat, sometimes she votes Republican. You don't necessarily have to subscribe to any particular party. But I like what she said, especially like I'm a caregiver now, like, and I do struggle with balancing work and the caregiving, you know, and my job's like, well, hire someone. Like, no, no. And also the freedom of reproduction. I have 2 daughters. I want them to be able to choose. To be able to choose. Hold on, guys. I just logged into the plantation. Yes, like, comment, and share. Their time is feminine and couture bag, y'all. I love my sisters with strong views. I really, really do. I love it. That's how we grow. We have to challenge each other. Not everything's gonna always be in agreement, all right? But there's a way to resolve that conflict in a healthy, peaceful way. I'm speaking of empowering Simone Biles. Fortunately, she had got injured. The Olympics is going on, the Summer Olympics. Well, she did the damn thing on that bean. Okay, I love gymnastics. Summer Olympics are my favorite. But the girl did the damn thing. Oh my God, I would not be able to. Oh my God, to keep your balance, she's awesome. Go Simone, go Simone, get it, girl. I love it. Yeah, her routines are difficult. Let's uplift our sister and support her. Yes, perfect landing. Love it. Her routines are very difficult, but I put them on by. I love it. I'm excited for her that she made it back to the Olympic trials. All right. Um, this site. What is this? I love this little snippet. Respect your woman. That's what it's called. I just think this is cute. Just a little positive energy.
You love me? Huh? You love me? Yes. You love me? You love me? Yes. 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 Yes, I love you.
Fathers, mothers, make sure you tell your children you love them every day. Love how she relished in it. All right, so Missy Elliott is on tour. And she brought out Monica to perform. Shout out to the Shade Room for this footage. All right, my song. You make me feel. Oh, I love you, baby. Girl, Trump and that messy auntie podcast. First, it was Tokyo Tony getting a foot massage, and then they claimed that Darius got, endowed. Like, they're just so disgusting. But they on to something. That's what everybody was thinking, though. I don't think she's pregnant. What does Missy have on, y'all? That's what I want to talk about. What the heck does Missy have on? Y'all let me know what that is. I don't know, child. But she went tour with Busta Rhymes and Ciara. So shout out to them. I haven't seen any clips of Busta Rhymes. But Ciara looks good though. Ciara. And she got a standing ovation as they shut down night one in Atlanta. So that's good.
Wow! Atlanta! There's no place like home, baby. Somebody say Sierra!
She looks good. She looks good. I love it. I love it. A clip I forgot to play yesterday that I wanted to share with you guys. Didn't he get me? He got me. Sister Soldier got a new book out, Life After Death. She usually makes some good books. So remember, you know how I always talked about how I felt like the attempt on Trump's life, I had to find the right words, was fraud to me. It looked fake. I don't put it past him. I really, really don't. So I found this. Fox News panicking. Here we go. Shout out.
Tells me the FBI is looking to interview former President Donald Trump.
Shrapnel that that hit his ear.
Former President Donald Trump was not happy with that remark, posting on Truth Social, quote, "The FBI never checked. It was unfortunately a bullet that hit my ear and hit it hard. There was no glass. There was no shrapnel."
The guy was shot. He's bleeding with his out of his ear. You can see him when he's down for the count, down on the ground, making sure he doesn't get shot again. It's unbelievable that they would come up with this scenario. Why isn't the FBI director just saying the president was shot? Now let's talk about how did the gun get on the roof? How did the shooter get on the roof? Those are the types of questions America wants to know, because we want to make sure it never ever happens again. Instead, they're playing these little games trying to distract from the fact that the Secret Service failed to do its job.
And that's the point, Tammy, that the questions being asked, it's not about these details. It's about how did this happen and how can we prevent it from happening beginning now?
And look, so that comment, which effectively encourages a conspiracy theory, becomes the conversation. And even in the statement afterwards, resulted in injury. Wow. It's like he tripped.
Yeah.
It's like, remember the original headlines were Trump falls.
Federal source tells me the FBI is looking to interview former President Donald Trump.
Shrapnel that that hit his ear.
Okay, so there's some speculation. I'm telling you, it did not. Yeah, he has immunity. He has immunity, though. Let me see. Okay, and then the Secret Service director stepped down. I wonder why. Why did they step down? Is it because she felt like they were going to fire her anyway? So it just doesn't add up to me what happened, especially after this. It just looked really, really staged to me. I don't put nothing past them Trumpers, okay? It just looks really, really staged to me. That this pump told, like, I'm like, look at all the people behind them. He had to get a photo op. He had to get a photo op. And then the Secret Service director steps down. I wonder why. She probably knew they was going to pin it on her. Shout out to NBC News. Fair use, fair use. Okay. All right. So this all sounds so suspicious and like it's really really suspicious and weird about the circumstances. The fact that they spotted the shooter but they detained him, it just comes off very suspicious to me. I mean, I don't want to see anybody get hurt, but Trump is very he loves to incite violent behavior, puts on this tough guy act and things like that. So that's the type of temperature your rallies are gonna generate. I don't know. Y'all let me know now.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
I find it all suspicious and weird. And we haven't heard too much about it since. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments. But those are my thoughts. That's how I feel. And for those of you who feel like that racism does not exist, let me give you a couple examples before I close out the show. Okay. And I bring this up like because the people's mindset need to change. They need to grow. Seriously. Shout out to Tasha K for this one. Owner of Nick's in the Six restaurant in Alabama caught being racist towards black customers. White friends stand up for them. Here we go. I thought I was sharing. Sharing is Karen. Racism very much still exists, okay? This is the mind, especially now. Up north, they try to cover it up a little bit.
Please, we need a report. Please, call it. Oh, we need a report.
Hey, you messed up, man.
No, I didn't mess up.
Yeah, you did. Because this is their first time experiencing. They're friends of mine here.
That was
and then
not,
you want to make me feel bad because I sat down at the table and then you asked me if I'm going to consult with these NIGGERA.
No.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
that's exactly what you said. Every one of them heard it.
No, they did not.
Yes, they did.
They was all inside.
They did. And then when I got pissed off, and you knew I was pissed, you wouldn't hide behind the bushes.
No.
And I walked right around there and couldn't find you. That's not right. This is their first time here.
That was.
I was just bragging. Ask everyone. I was bragging how good it was to come here. And they wanted to come back until you showed your ass out here and had a problem with race.
Today is my son's 22nd birthday, and he had to encounter this? Really?
That's not right.
You should be ashamed of yourself, man.
So you know what? We're not going to have anything else to say. We're not causing problems. I'm making my point to you. These are my friends. I've known him a long time.
Our first time down here, he called all us a nigger.
And when I come out, you confront me for talking to him. You say, so you condone this? That's what you asked me. You condone the blacks? Ain't no condone about it. They're my friends. They're just like us. You just didn't want them in there. And I'm not for that. And you know what? As far as I'm concerned, everybody that eats in here that I know will probably never be back.
Oh, this is going live. I'm posting all of this.
Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Mr. Thank you.
I apologize, y'all's first night.
You can't be stupid, sir. You cannot.
I apologize. Hey, just stop. I apologize. Ethnicity or whatever, y'all my friends, and I'm not going for that.
Just tell me what was said when you walked out.
When I walked out, he jumped all over me and said, so you condone sitting at the table with the NIGGERS?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir, for standing up and correcting that man. That's what needs in the moment. It does not have to get violent or anything, but correct that man. And now this man's business is on full blast or whatever. Do not support people like this. They'll take our money and then turn around and disparage us. I applaud this man, calling him out for the ignorant son of a that he is. Okay? Love it. Love this. I loved how he stood by his friends. And this story hit home because one of my good friends just relocated to Alabama. And I said, ooh, he went down there because that's where all his family is and things like that or whatever. But I love the way this gentleman handled the situation, stood up for his friends, and also corrected the owner for bad behavior. And I'm glad they're on blast because if I ever go to Alabama and see my friend, you not getting my money, sir. You not getting none of my money. Thank you to Tasha K for posting that. Can I say Netta, like Joe Netta, whatever they are? I'm over it. I'm over it. And you know, that story hits home because this is at a time where we all want to be united. But he's the type of person that will vote for Trump because he's ignorant like him. Like alike. Oh my God. Let me take y'all to a throwback clip. Hold on, here we go. Y'all remember these times?
Today's kids will never know the thrill of seeing who had your textbook the previous year. Because it was like a little code. It was like a little, you know what I mean? Oh shit. Michael had, man, let me call Michael. Hey yo, so how was it? So I mean, like, no, for real. Like, was she serious? Is she serious about her shit? Or it's just like the answer's right there in front of you. It's real. All you gotta do is look at it. Because this is how cheating started. This is how cheating. I'm not one to frown upon cheating in school, okay? Because it takes a village. It takes a village. You know, it's just like college. In college, and in high school, this was cool. But in college, this was needed. Because we didn't have those books to go by in college. You just had the damn, hey, you know I took that last year. Shut up. You still got your syllabus in your notes? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because one thing teachers do, they teach in patterns. Teachers teach certain things they want to hit on very hard. And if you have somebody to kind of give you that cheat code, like, look, she don't play about this. So you lock in with this part, you should be straight. Yeah. People don't listen, man. Listen, everything used to be written down and recorded. Everything. Check out the book, return the book. That book, it's time for them to update that book. If you look at it, it's time to update that book. That book is really outdated. That's too long of a book. And they almost got the little S thing that we used to draw on the side, that diamond. That's almost the little. Today's kids will never know the thrill of seeing who had your text.
I miss those throwback moments. So whenever I come across them, I share it with my this was a beautiful story too. A mom, she spoke with her son in a unique way when visiting his grave site. Shout out to Rapsy Viral.
To you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. 32, boy. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There go my boy right now. Happy birthday to you.
Notice the pinwheel.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. It's your birthday. Get busy. It's your birthday. Yes, baby, it's your birthday today. And I will rejoice. Okay. That's what I'm talking about, son. Happy birthday to you. Ain't no wind blowing. Ain't no trees blowing. Won't he do it? Make it spin, boy. Make it stop. Stop. Stop it. God, I miss you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy God, I miss you. I know it's you. Make it spin, Alex. I miss you. Oh, I miss you. God, I miss you. God, I miss you. Oh, I miss you. Oh, you are so missed. Everybody misses you. You miss us too, don't it? Now make it stop. Make it stop. Make it stop, baby. You with me? Make it spin if you with me. Wherever I go, make it spin, please. If you with me, wherever I go, make it spin for me. Just make it spin for me. Don't stop. I know it. I feel you. I feel you. Oh, I feel you, Alex. I do. Oh, God, I miss you. I know it's you. Make it. Oh, I do. Oh, I do. Make it stop. Just make it stop. Now rest, baby. I want you to rest with Jesus. I want you to rest with Jesus. Oh, God, my boy is with me. Oh, I do.
So I just thought that was like really, really dope. The way she figured out how to communicate with her son spirit. And this goes to show, you know, our ancestors and our loved ones that we have lost. We still carry them in our hearts. And their spirit still surrounds us. So I just thought it was dope. Like that she found a way to communicate with her son. He's gone, but he's not forgotten or whatever. So I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. I thought it was pretty real, and I'm looking like, is it windy out or whatever? But the trees weren't moving or anything. So I just thought that was a good, feel good story. For those of you who are dealing with grief and you have lost people close to you, you can still talk to them. You can still go to their grave sites. You can still look back on memories to help you get through that tough time when you're thinking about them. And this is the importance of creating memories with your loved ones while they're here. Yeah. So I love every last one of y'all for joining me. I appreciate all your thoughts. Couture Bay, Feminine Melanin, Michelle GM, Shay B. Hey, Danny Omega, I just saw you. Be More Shorty. We had a small crowd this morning, but that's okay. We getting back. Michelle GM. Yes. I appreciate every last one of y'all, everyone who joined me this morning. And I hope I gave y'all food for thought. And y'all go on with your day and be blessed, be peaceful, be united. And remember, we have work to do, Naughty Crew. We have work to do. Please make sure if you know people that are not registered to vote, encourage them to register to vote. The deadline is October 17th. It's never too late. Just try to encourage, especially the young ones. I know a lot of people that I know, like growing up, and then after that, I don't want to vote, and I just do my best to try to change their mind. Do not get into a combative situation, but just try to encourage them to do what's right. Hey, Queen Shay. Oh wait, did I say yeah, Queen Shay? Hey. All right. So I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Excuse me if my sound is not good, but StreamYard be bugging y'all. And I'm convinced the StreamYard at this point. I'm seeing a lot of content creators complain about it. And you know what? I know Jovi, I'm going to reach out to Jovi. She had a streaming site that she was using at one time. They let her come in for music for like a week's time or whatever. And so I'm looking into other streaming sites. So if anybody knows of any good streaming sites, please let me know, because I spent too much money on StreamYard for it to be acting up and messing with my sound. So I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day. Please like, comment, and share. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Remember to follow me on all my different social media platforms. It's scrolling below on the banner, and it's also in the description box. All right. And to all my haters.
And I wanna say thank you in case I don't thank you enough.
I embrace my haters. I think y'all too. Y'all keep the wheels turning over here. Okay. But if anybody got beef, you know, you're more than welcome to pull up. Okay. I'll drop the link for you. Here you go.
You don't want no problems, you just talk like you do. Let me show you that you don't want no problems.
So pull up. We got issues, okay? Make sure Naughty Crew you don't get
swallowed up.
Don't get swallowed up in the evils of this world. You know, it's a whole lot of propaganda and a whole lot of distraction. Some examples: Candace Owens, she's a distraction. Amanda Seales, she's a distractor. And what's that one that came out yesterday? Trying to talk against Kamala, name Sway Lee, distraction. All right, it's up to use our logical minds and make sure you Naughty Crew. Make sure you do what?
Ever in life, I stand on business. You drop me somewhere, I stand on business. You drop me in your hood, I stand on business. I don't feel like you stand on business. Yeah, I've been stood on business. I've been stood on business. Ever in life.
Period. Make sure you stand on business. I love each and every one of you. Until next time, Naughty Crew, I'm out. One.